Recently, Al Jazeera, an Arab and English TV channel based in Doha, Qatar, assessed Israel as one of the countries with the best military capabilities in the Middle East, and even globally. This nation, currently in conflict with Palestine, receives over $3.8 billion in defense financial aid from the United States. Given this, it seems intriguing to delve into the discussion of the most powerful military forces in the Middle East. So, which country in the Middle East is backed by the strongest military? The Middle East refers to the region around the southern and eastern shores of the Mediterranean, including the Arabian Peninsula. According to Britannica, there are various definitions that state Iran and North Africa, and even further, are also part of the Middle East. Countries in the Middle East region include Iraq, Iran, Israel, Egypt, Libya, Palestine, Sudan, Syria, Turkey, Cyprus, Yemen, and Jordan. Additionally, the Middle East region encompasses territorial Arab states such as Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Oman, Qatar, Kuwait, Yemen, and the United Arab Emirates, UAE. The Global Firepower (GFP) military ranking portal recently announced a list of the 15 countries in the Middle East with the best defense capabilities. The assessment is based on over 60 factors to determine the final power index score. Considerations include the number of main weapon systems units, military hardware, the financial state of the country, as well as logistical and geographical capabilities. Here is the list of the 10 countries with the strongest military forces in the Middle East in 2023. Turkey. Turkey stands at the top as the country supported by the best military power in the Middle East, with a power index score of 0.2016. Led by President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, Turkey is estimated to recruit 425,000 active duty soldiers, 200,000 reserve soldiers, and 150,000 paramilitary forces. President Erdogan has expressed strong support for Hamas in its struggle against Israel, referring to Hamas as a liberation movement. Egypt. Egypt holds the second position with a power index of 0.2224. The country, known as the Land of Pyramids, is said to have allocated $4.3 billion to its national defense system. The total military personnel of Egypt amounts to 1,220,000, comprising 440,000 active duty personnel, 480,000 reserve personnel, and 300,000 paramilitary forces. Regarding the Palestine-Israel conflict, Egypt has not taken a clear stance so far. However, there are reports that the Egyptian government rejects refugees from Palestine, fearing that Hamas members and other terrorist groups in Gaza could infiltrate by posing as refugees and then launch attacks in Egypt. Iran. Iran's military strength index, according to Global Firepower, is 0.2712. Despite being one level below Egypt, Iran allocates a higher defense budget of $5.5 billion in 2023. Under the leadership of Ibrahim Raisi, the country will possess 19 models of cruise and ballistic missiles. Additionally, Iran has 575,000 active duty personnel, 350,000 military reserves, and 90,000 paramilitary personnel. Israel. In addition to a substantial budget, the Israeli military is equipped with advanced weaponry, with the Iron Dome being one of the most renowned. Israel also mandates citizens above 18 years old to participate in compulsory military service. The Israel Defense Forces achieve a power index score of 0.2757 in 2023, with a total military personnel of 646,000, including 173,000 reserve personnel, 465,000 active duty personnel, and 8,000 paramilitary personnel. Israel's military strength is notably robust, evident in its 18th position out of 145 countries globally in terms of military strength, according to GFP. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia boasts one of the strongest militaries in the Middle East in 2023, with a power index score of 0.3626. With a defense budget of $81 billion or around 1.284 trillion rupees, Saudi Arabia can acquire 500 modern fighter jets, 800 Leopard 2 tanks, and up to 7,000 armored vehicles. The country has a military personnel strength of 350,000. However, unfortunately, despite being one of the most influential countries in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia is reportedly not taking sides in the Israel-Palestine conflict, fearing repercussions from Israel's ally, the U.S. Iraq. According to the Middle East Research and Information Project, MERIP, Iraq is estimated to support its national defense system with the purchase of military equipment worth $25 billion within a span of 9 years, 1980 to 1989. With this military hardware, the Land of a Thousand Nights achieves a power index score of 0.7365. With a personnel strength of 330,000, including 200,000 active duty personnel and 130,000 paramilitary personnel, and no reserve personnel, Iraq could potentially be one of the countries capable of assisting Palestine. UAE. Renowned as the birthplace of the oil king, the United Arab Emirates has a defense budget of $14.4 billion United States dollars. With this financial prowess, the UAE can amass 444 fighter jets, achieving a power index of 0.8978. The total military personnel stands at 77,000, including 65,000 active duty personnel, 12,000 paramilitary personnel, and no reserve personnel. In terms of alignment, the UAE unequivocally supports Palestine. The country has even dispatched humanitarian aid to Palestinian residents in Gaza through the Royal Air Wing Dubai Airport, routed via the El Arish Airport in Egypt. Syria. Syria attains a power index score of 1.1095 from global firepower. Led by Bashar al-Assad, the country possesses 208 fighter jets, 18 attack aircraft, 67 training aircraft, and 2,616 armored vehicles. With a military budget of $2,020,500,000 United States dollars, Syria maintains 150,000 military personnel, including 100,000 active duty personnel, 50,000 paramilitary personnel, and no reserve personnel. Since the tenure of President Hafez al-Assad and later President Bashar al-Assad, Syria has consistently implemented strategies against Israel by supporting Palestinian resistance groups and Hezbollah. Qatar. Supporting Palestine in the Israel-Palestine conflict, Qatar rises to the 9th position among the countries with the strongest military in the Middle East. It achieves a power index score of 1.1296, with a military budget of $5,856,000,000 United States dollars. The total military personnel comprises 86,550, including 66,550 active duty personnel, 15,000 reserve personnel, and 5,000 paramilitary personnel. This sovereign kingdom boasts 198 units of air combat equipment, 8,420 units of ground combat equipment predominantly featuring armored vehicles, and 86 units in its naval combat fleet. Yemen. Ranking 10th, Yemen secures a position in the list of countries with the strongest military in the Middle East in 2023, thanks to a power index score of 1.3985. The defense system strength of the southernmost country on the Arabian Peninsula is backed by 76 fighter jets and 14 attack helicopters. Yemen boasts a total military personnel count of 420,000, including 45,000 active duty personnel, 375,000 paramilitary personnel, and, notably, no reserve personnel. The country allocates a military budget of $1,010,070,000 United States dollars. Regarding the Israel-Palestine conflict, Yemen unequivocally stands with Palestine. Yemen supports Palestinian residents based on religious, moral, humanitarian, and national responsibilities, fulfilling the needs of Yemeni citizens who wish to aid Gaza's residents.